The Meghalaya College Teachers Association, MCTA, on 30th July condemned the Northeastern Hill University, NEHU, for the implementation of the new education policy, 2020. It is known that there is a protest in Meghalaya regarding the implementation of NEP 2020. Today on this subject, the representatives of Hiwnitrap Youth Council met Education Minister of Meghalaya, Rakam Sangma, and urged him to mediate in this matter so that the students are not affected. After the meeting, Robert Kharjarin spoke to the reporters.
Today, the HYC central body, along with the NEHU, we have two meetings. The first meeting is with the Vice Chancellor of NEHU, and the second meeting with the Education Ministers. The issue that we have raised and discussed during both this meeting is about the decision of the NEHU to implement national education policy right from this year itself. As you have already seen in the media, that there are two groups. One group who saying that we are going ahead with the NEP, and the another group who say that Meghalaya is not ready yet to implement NEP at this point of time because there are numerical challenges that they have to go. Looking from all those, from the public point of view, we had a lot of confusion. And this confusion is not some minor confusion, but it's a major confusion. The confusion and the threat that is appearing in the mind of the public is whether we have study material for design for these new courses, whether we have teachers enough, whether we have staff enough, whether our colleges have the infrastructures and the human resources to do so. And importantly is whether NEHU will be able to decide to go ahead with the implementation of NEP sang approval of the Academic Council. Because if you see at NEHU norms and ordinance, they say that Academic Council is an authority who will take decision on policy matters. So in our understanding, decision to implement NEP is a policy matters. So when it is a policy matters, it needs the approval and the sanction of the Academic Council. That is the first thing. We feel that Executive Council of NEHU cannot by itself decide to implement NEP without the approval of the Academic Council. That is the issue that we have raised before the NEHU and also before the Education Ministers. So when it comes to the NEHU decision, we have demanded that an immediate Academic Council is needed because this is the best authority to decide on the futures of the student of Meghalaya and also the student from outside the state who come and study in Meghalaya. Because we feel that Academic Council, with a lot of experts on it, with a lot of people with experience, will give a right opinion on the futures of our students. That is the first thing. The second thing is that we have also demand from the VC to immediately call for a meeting, especially from the teachers community who are now under agitation. Because META, as an esteemed organization, they have every right to voice the concern. Why they care? Why they raise their voice? Because they care the futures of the student. So we feel that NEHU should invite this teachers body, this teachers organization, be it MCTA, be it META and others, to have a proper discussion. We also feel that all the principals should have a due share of say on these matters, and importantly, this issue need to be discussed in the presence of the official of the state government, because when it comes to funding, NEHU will not be able to fund any money to the colleges except academic support. But when it comes to financial help, when it comes to appointment of teachers, when it comes to appointment of staff, when it comes to building infrastructures and so on and so forth, this is a matter that need to be taken by the central government and by the state government. So, but but the state government, which the VC has assured us that he will call this meeting. On academic council, he said that he will make time to discuss with his colleague, but on issue of calling the stakeholder and the teachers organization, he has assured us that he will do so. That is the first thing. And our meeting with the Education Minister is mainly deal with how will the state government help these colleges. I will give you example, the standalone colleges who have only art stream. If they decided to go ahead with NEP, I think if I'm not wrong, environment is a compulsory subject, which means they have to have an environment teachers. So if they are art stream, they don't also have these teachers, so they have to appoint. So if we left alone to the colleges to appoint, definitely fees will be increases, and a burden will be on the parent. So this is a time where the state government should help these colleges to ensure that burden will not be on the student. The other issue that we have raised from to both the VC and the Education Minister is most of the colleges, they have already took admission. They have already paid the fee. Suppose now a student A took admission in college B. This college B is not willing to implement NEP, but he want to do NEP course. So what happened? Will colleges now refund? Will he get admission in new colleges now? So what's happening to that? They have already decided to take this particular subject during admission. Now, if there is ultimate change, what's happening? Now, if the fee is instantly increasing, what happened now? Will parent will go for education loan, and that will be a burden on the parent also. So, the Education Minister, he has informed us that NEHU is an autonomous institution where the state government has very less control over it. But nevertheless, he has agreed to our suggestion to intervene, and he has assured us that they are going to hold the higher and technical council meeting where all the head of the institution will be there, and during this meeting VC also is a member in this council, and during this meeting they have agreed to discuss implementation of NEP this year or to defer to in the next years. We have also raised the very important issue with the Education Minister in the presence of HM Changpeliang, advisor to the government on the Education Department, that this issue arises time and again because Meghalaya till date doesn't have a state university. We have one Captain Williamson Sangma who was not functioning yet, I think. We have demand from the Education Minister that it is high time for Meghalaya as a state government to have one state university in Shillong. Whether the Meghalaya government will building up a new university or will just upgrade one of the colleges maybe available in Shillong as a university where most of the colleges will affiliated. So the moment we have our own state university, the state government will have some sort of liberty to redesign their policy. They may take the good thing from NEP and make it into a state policy with additional input which may suit the state. So these are the things that we have demand, which the Education Minister has categorically said that he will have a thing on it. He have not said that he will do it, but he said that he will have to think on this because it's a big thing to do it. But we have clearly stated that if the state government could pull the fund from various departments to build a university, to build an assembly, why not you pull various funds from different departments to build one state university, one in Kharjarin and one in Kharjarin. So this is the thing that we have demand, and we have also asking the state government that it is the duty of the state government to intervene, to speak with NEHU authority, so that NEHU will try to have dialogue, will have to try a discussion, will sit along with teachers organization